Hello, in this tutorial I will teach you how to make an advertisement like this in paint.net. Now, the first thing you need to do is boot up ROBLOX Studio, as we will need it to get the picture of the gun we're going to use in our advertisement. Now, you probably don't have the same gun as I have, but you can use any object you want, really. The point is, we need to separate the gun from the background and get a really nice kind of close-up look of the gun. So if we find my recording place here, we're just going to enter that now, and I'll show you how I got the gun by itself. Now, as you see, there's not much here. It's just this kind of green background, and you can find one of those by going to free models, and then just typing green screen skybox. Then one of them should insert itself, and you should have one in Lightning like this, in the Lightning directory. And yeah. But the point is, why we have this green background is it is very easy for paint.net to separate an object from the background if it's just one like plain color, like this green color. So we're just gonna I have the guns that I'm going to use. I have them saved on my computer like model, so I'm just gonna find that here, Normandy guns, and I'm going to use this machine gun here. Now, I have to kind of try to get a very nice close-up picture of it, so it looks good, so you have as much of the detail as possible in your advertisement. Now, this looks good. If you use Windows, you would probably have to find a way to take screenshots, but with print screen, or I know some software you have, but I have Mac, so I'm going to use a program called Grab that comes with Mac. Then you just take picture and then like mark area, and just take and mark the area I want here. Now I have a very nice picture of the gun I'm going to use, so I'm just gonna save that now to pictures, or I have one of these already saved, so I'm not gonna do that, but yeah, I'm just exit the place, don't need to save. Okay, and I won't be needing ROBLOX Studio anymore. Now what I have here is paint.net that you can download from the internet. Just Google it, paint.net, and you should come to their site, or you can just go to paint.net, the like website, and then download it from there. So the first thing you need to do when creating an advertisement is go download a template from ROBLOX. When you want to find the object you want to advertise, for example a place, or in my case a group, you click advertise group. If you have that option, you have to be, the group owner has to make that option available for you, and then you go to then you get this screen here. So if you already have an advertisement, you just choose it here and then upload it, but since you probably don't, you have to find the template you want to use. So I usually use the skyscraper template, so I'll just click that now, and then we get this picture here. So we need to save it to our computer. Just save as, and yeah, I already have this, so I don't really need to save it, but I'll put it in the folder that I'm going to use for this tutorial here. I just find it. Let me just here and just save. Now we have that in there. So yeah, we won't be needing this screen. You can just have this open if you want. Okay, back to paint.net. Here you need to open the image you just got, not there but here, this open icon, and we'll just have to find here it is. I just have my all the pictures for this tutorial in one folder, but you might have to look around in your images to find it. You can open this, and here I just guessed that you know a little bit about paint.net, because if you don't, you should watch a tutorial or something, because I'm not going to kind of explain everything I'm doing here. But here's the layers box, and I'll create a new layer, and then I'm going to delete this one because I won't be needing it. Now I have a transparent layer that doesn't have anything on it right now, but it will also very soon. So if I go to layers and import from file, I'm going to import the background here, the iron background that we see in this picture here. Looks very nice. You just have to find that from the internet and then resize it so it fits in here, and then just import it like a layer, like import from file. And I'll do that. I'll just take this and copy and paste it. Just place it like this, and then just copy and paste once more. Place it down here. Now we have a very nice background that looks very sleek and polished. But we need the gun, and to get the gun we will have to open no, actually we need to open the image of the gun we have. This green this image with the gun and then a green screen background. And what you will do now is you will take the tool here, the magic wand tool, click it, and then click at the green background, and then just Control X, or for me Apple X, which means delete. And just delete all the green background from the image, so you get only the gun. And you see this little green dot here. I'm going to remove that manually by using the brush tool here. First thing, we're just going to take the color with the color picker. You don't need to do this, but I prefer to just don't have any green dots in my image, and then just click and hold here. There, it's gone. And now I'm very happy about my gun. Maybe I'll take the color picker again and remove some of this here, just so it doesn't go over here, and do the same over here, just to polish it up a little bit, like this, and then zoom out again. I also want to just select the area that I want by using this rectangle select tool. Just select the gun area here, and then I'll go to image, crop to selection, and now I just have the gun and nothing else. I just have what I need. But since the ad is a skyscraper ad, like this, we'll have to turn the gun around to get it to fit inside. So we'll have to go to image and rotate like this. Also, yeah, that looks quite good. So and also there's one thing here. As you see down here, it says it's 160 pixels wide and 600 pixels high. So if the image we try to import as a layer is larger than that, it will create an area that is larger than the allowed area for the advertisement. So it will be wider than this and maybe taller than this. So we have to make it smaller in order for it to fit inside the ads area. So we're going to click resize, and then just maintain aspect ratio, just so it doesn't get deformed, and then write 160 pixels wide, and then it will make the height according to that. So I'm just gonna click OK, and this will now fit inside here. And then we're just gonna save as in just the folder here. But I already have an image saved, so I'm just gonna open it as a layer here. I think it's this one. This, yes. Now what I did, if you can see, it's a little bit kind of bending towards the left. So I'm just gonna click the right mouse button, and just rotate it a little bit just by holding and then rotating like this. So it goes like vertically right up. It looks a little bit better, maybe it's like this. Now I'm happy with it, and just If you were to do this, it will be a little bit resized. So I'm just gonna Control Z just to undo, and instead I'm going to hold Shift and then drag, and it will maintain the form it has and just make it smaller, like this. So now it's looking pretty good. Now what you will want to do now is add the text, as you see here. Wait. Okay, I think I just closed it, but if you remember, there is text here and there is text here. And what you want to do is create a new layer, because then it's easier for you to manipulate the text if it's on a separate layer, so you don't mess up the gun while you're working with the text. Then just select everything, because if you were to just keep the selection here and try to write something over here, it wouldn't show up at all, because it will only show up in your selection area, like this. So I'm just gonna select everything and then click here to write. So my text was green, so in my colors tab here. Also, if any of these windows are missing, you have to go to window and then check the windows that are not here. So for example, colors, if it's not there, I have to go here and click colors and it will show up. And I used green, so I'm just gonna write a gun, just like in the advertisement, and make it a little bigger, maybe still a little bigger, like this, and have it like this. But I don't think it is the correct color I want, so I'm going to click more here at colors and then make it a little bit brighter. So now it has a little bit more kind of a gun, it's a little bit more visible. I'm also not very happy about the font here, so I'm going to change that. Now I get my fonts from a site called thefont.com, and there you have many different fonts that you can use, that you can just download, and then you can probably find a tutorial how to install fonts to your computer somewhere. Now I used not this, but another one in my advertisement. Just need to find it here somewhere. It is here. Well, maybe this one works fine too. So we're just going to use this one for this tutorial. It's kind of like this military look to it. And we're going to put this here. And then we're also going to make the text down here. So we'll a little bit smaller letters so it fits down here. Just change this to maybe 20. Will you use it? Question mark. Now it's a little bit, I would like it to be centered in the middle, so I'm going to go up here and center a line, and now I just have to drag it here, and now the text is in the middle like this, and it looks better. And maybe make it a little bit bigger also, like this. This is looking good. Now, what I want to do now, I could just use this, but I feel that it could be a little bit prettier. So I'm going to go to Effects, and then I'm going to go to Stylize. I'm going to go to Drop Shadow, and then I get this dialog here. Now I don't remember if you actually have this natively, like when you download Paint.net, because I have downloaded certain plugins and things like that, and just to give me extra effects. But I believe it is. So if it isn't, you will just have to Google Drop Shadow plugin, and then just follow the instructions there on how to install it. So I'm just gonna change this around to my liking, like this. Maybe have a little bit blur radius, a little lower of this. Now maybe like this. Now this looks good to me. And I'm just gonna click OK. And now we have this nice drop shadow effect on the gun. No, on the text. So we're going to repeat this on the gun. So we're just gonna go repeat drop shadow. There we have drop shadow on the gun too. So I think this looks good now. The only thing left here is just to add my little signature at the bottom, and we're going to do this just by clicking text down here, making it pretty small, like this, and then change it to maybe just Arial black or whatever, how you call that. and then change the color to white and just write Tony Tonic like this. Maybe even a little bit smaller, like this. Now, usually this is called a watermark that I'm going to make now, and once I'm happy with how it is aligned and the color, I'm going to deselect, just select the rectangle tool, and then go over here in the layers window and click on layer properties, or just properties here. And then opacity is the transparency, like how much you can kind of see through it, like water is transparent, and yeah, you know that. And just take this down so it is a little bit transparent, so it doesn't show it. Like, I don't want Tony to be the focus of my advertisement, so I'm just gonna have it a little bit kind of fading out down in the bottom here, just to show I made it, but I don't want it to be the focus. Now I am happy about my advertisement, and I'm just going to see. This took 18 minutes. Wow, that took a while, but it takes time to make good advertisements. So I'm going to save as. Now normally it would save as a paint.net, but ROBLOX won't accept that as a file format, so you have to save it as something else, like a JPEG or a PNG. Now I will choose PNG because it has very good quality, and I usually just use that and just save it as a TRA machine gun ad. Then click save, or lagre as it is in Norwegian, but it means save. And just OK this. And flatten, it will basically mean that it will just make all the layers into one layer, but you can't edit it on ROBLOX anyway, so it doesn't matter. So now it's one layer and it's a PNG file. And now you can upload it to ROBLOX. So if you go back to my ROBLOX and then just wait for it. Groups, and then down here advertise group, right? Then we have to choose this choose file, it says here in English anyway, and we get this dialog. In Windows it might look a little bit different, but for me, just go down and find the folder with the advertisement in it. Looking through here, you might not even save it in a folder, just in your huge bundle of images. I might just curate just to get a little bit smaller here. Here it is, my folder, and here it is, TRA machine gun ad. Open, and now it is here, and you can also choose to add some text like epic group or join today. That will like the text will come up if they take their mouse over the advertisement. And then you can just choose to upload, but I am not going to do that as I already have a lot of advertisements. But once you've uploaded, you will come to the site, the advertising site, and then it will say here, usually it isn't approved, so it will be like a timer mark here, and it will say just waiting for approval or something like that. And once it is approved, it will come like this, not running, with all these empty stats here. Then you just click run ad and scroll down and just bid the amount of ticks you want. Now there's one thing to remember when bidding, is that the lower you bid, no matter how good the advertisement is, it will only show up a certain amount of times. And if it just shows up one time, the chance of someone clicking it is very small. But if it shows up all the time for them, they'll be like, okay, finally I'll just click the ad, fine. And then they will do it, and you'll be more successful with your clicks. So more people would click it the more you advertise it. So I usually bid the maximum, which is 9,999 ticks, and that will get it to show up quite a few times, but I'm not happy about that, so I usually bid 3 versions with the maximum amount, just to make sure everyone sees it and as many people as possible click it. And this has been my tutorial, and just don't copy my ad completely. Try to be a little original, maybe take another gun, another font, another background, but the point is you know how to do it, and I hope you like this tutorial. So Thank you and goodbye.